Hello again, folks, and welcome to a new Let's Play. This is Soul Reaver, Legacy of Kain. I'm actually really excited to play this because, well, I've pretty much had this game as a kid. God, freaking, I don't even know how long. Okay, I have this game as a kid. My elder brother had this game as a kid. And just kind of one of those, hey, it's also in my things. This came out for the PlayStation 1 and the Dreamcast. I am playing the Dreamcast version because the Dreamcast is underrated and looks so goddamn good. If you guys are already watching one of the other 4 Let's Plays that I decided to play for this particular October, or coming up October, I was looking fervorously for Resident Evil 1 for the Dreamcast because, again, I think it's underrated and I really like the console. But, alas. So, we're going to continue this story that I had started playing with Blood Omen.
Kain is deified. The clans tell tales of him. Few know the truth. He was mortal once, as were we all. However, his contempt for humanity drove him to create me and my brethren. I am Raziel, firstborn of his lieutenants. I stood with Kain and my brethren at the dawn of the Empire. I have served him a millennium. Over time, we became less human and more divine. Kain would enter the state of change and emerge with a new gift. Some years after the Master, our evolution would follow, until I had the honor of surpassing my lord. For my transgression, I earned a new kind of reward. Agony. There was only one possible outcome. My eternal damnation. I, Raziel, was to suffer the fate of traitors and weaklings, to burn forever in the bowels of the lake of the dead. Cast him in. Tumbling, burning with white-hot fire, I plunged into the depths of the abyss. Unspeakable pain, relentless agony. Time ceased to exist. Only this torture and a deepening hatred of the hypocrisy that damned me to this hell. An eternity passed, and my torment receded, bringing me back from the precipice of madness. The descent had destroyed me, and yet I lived.
Raziel, you are worthy. I know you, Raziel. You are worthy.
What madness is this? What pitiful form is this that I have come to inhabit? Death would be a release next to this travesty.
You did not survive the abyss, Raziel. I have only spared you from total dissolution.
I would choose oblivion over this existence.
The choice is not yours.
I am destroyed.
You are reborn. The birth of one of Kain's abominations traps the essence of life. It is this soul that animates the corpse you lived in. And that, Raziel, is the demise of Nosgoth. There is no balance. The souls of the dead remain trapped. I cannot spin them in the wheel of fate. They cannot complete their destinies. Redeem yourself. Or if you prefer, avenge yourself. Settle your dispute with Kain. Destroy him and your brethren. Free their souls and let the wheel of fate churn again. Use your hatred to reave their souls. I can make it possible. Become my soul reaver, my angel of death.
Yeah, really happy to go into this. Alright, so real quick, I am playing on a Dreamcast, remember that? So I do not have dual analogs. So as I move around, the camera moves around with me, and honestly, it's not that bad. Not to mention I can just press R, both R and L at the same time to do the thing. Now I don't have a manual for this. Let's see, jump, attacky. That's to do a thing. I'll do another thing. This is a sneak. We'll get tutorial stuff out of the way first, of course, as is the usual when it comes to these games. And first tutorial.
These gates twist space, laying a path across great spans.
Twist space. This is, as far as I recollect, because I have never gotten that far in this game, this is a fast travel point, as it were. So we can fast travel between several locations at the moment. Ooh, that's not a thing. But we're going to focus on the tutorial-ing first, because, you know, that's a smart thing to do. I speak as though I hadn't, like, played through a good hour worth of this just the other night trying to test things.
You are weak. You must feed.
The old hunger has left me. I have no desire for blood.
You are changed. Your bloodthirst is replaced by a deeper need. You have become a devourer of souls. To sustain your strength, you must hunt the lost spirits of the underworld and consume the souls of your enemies.
Consume. Yep. And you'll notice too, we don't have a mouth. We just have this big gaping hole where our jaw should be. And a scarf to cover it, because it's kind of grotesque. Give me a moment. And that cropping annoys me, but I'll have to do. A to jump. A to jump. And we can continuously jump. We can also grab onto ledges. L and A to high jump.
Your wings, though ruined, are not without purpose. Take hold of them as you leap, and they will carry you across this chasm.
Jump and hold A to glide. Yeah, in case anyone was confused, canonically, Kain's a dick. So Blood Omen's bad ending was the...
Scabrous wretches are these.
Slua, the scavengers of the underworld. Their feral hunger has claimed countless souls, spirits who now shall never find their rest.
Cool. Let's kill him. Yeah. And combat's pretty much as basic as they come. Lock on and kill things to death. If you don't feed these guys, they'll come back. At least in this realm they will. Alright, which way am I going? Holding LNR allows you to look at shit, so remember to use that because that's going to be a thing I'm going to forget. But yeah, Kain was a dick. Canonically, it just kind of continued to be a dick. So that's where we are now.
These portals are your conduit between the spectral and material realms. With their aid, you may gather matter and will yourself to become manifest in the physical world. This is taxing, however. Your strength must first be fully restored. You require no conduit to return to this plane. You may abandon your physical body at any time.
Yeah, that's just him basically telling you, oh hey, BT dubs, you can use this at any time as long as your health is at full. And then we use this one.
Sustain your strength to prolong your manifestation in the physical world. If you fail to feed or absorb too many wounds, this fragile matter will dissolve.
Don't die. Got it. And we have all the same abilities. Save for a couple of things. Can't open that. That's fine. But we are constantly losing health. At a very, very small, short, very, very, very slow rate. But we're losing it.
You are young yet, Raziel. You still retain many of your vampiric weaknesses. Immersion in water, while not fatal, will dissolve your physical body, forcing your return to the spirit world. Be aware that in the spectral realm, water has neither heft nor lift. It stands as thin as air.
We actually did come from this direction. As you can see, some of the steps down there. And, I believe it was this direction anyways. And, yeah. As proven by the fact that we were pretty much walking everywhere then.
What are these creatures?
Do you not recognize them? They are the children of your brother, Duma.
That's impossible. These foul, scuttling beasts could not be kin of our high blood?
Do you suppose that time stood still for you, Raziel? Much has changed since you passed from the world of men.
And then the fun begins.
I knew my opponent's weaknesses, having suffered them myself. Physical wounds are fleeting. A vampire's immortal flesh begins to close as soon as it is cleaved. Vampires need only fear those wounds that impale or inflame. Water scorches like acid, and fledglings are devastated by sunlight's touch. I would have to modify my tactics to suit my foes.
Alright. So that's pretty much code for, hey, once you have pummeled them enough, you can actually grab them and rip.
Unfettered from the flesh, a creature's soul fades swiftly into the spectral realm. Draw it in quickly, Raziel, or you will be compelled to follow.
Now, drawing that shit. Thank you. Alright, I want to kill this guy through impalement. 1 second. Oh yeah, by the way, this game, rather gory. You know, gory for 1989, or 89? 98. Excuse you. God damn it, this is why I could never really get good at this game. There we go. And... cool. Yeah, if you don't draw the... if you don't suck out their soul, the soul will then return to the body.
Physical prowess surpasses what you knew in life. Even massive obstacles can be moved effortlessly.
The soul will be returned to the body and start the whole murder process again. Oh, sorry, dead person. Now I just gotta hold to grab these. Make sure it's placed correctly. And then jump. And then jump. There we go. That works. Now the only reason I don't like the camera angle is because there's a lot of those sharp corners, and sometimes there's just creatures around said corners.
My God! The sanctuary of the clans reduced to ruin. Beyond these walls lay the pillars of Nosgoth, the seat of Kain's empire. How humble it now appeared, collapsing into the dust of its former magnificence. And yet, I had only just emerged. In the instant between my execution and resurrection, centuries had apparently passed.
This world is wrecked with cataclysms. The earth strains to shrug off the pestilence of Kain's parasitic empire. The fate of this world was preordained in an instant by a solitary man. Unwilling to martyr himself to restore Nosgoth's balance, Kain condemned the world to the decay you see. In that moment, the unraveling began. Now it is nearly played out. Nosgoth teeters on the brink of collapse. Its fragile balance cannot hold.
Shit's dying, yo. We can actually take up these weapons. And they are actually really, really damn good murder implements. Matter of fact, pretty sure I'm going to end up using one of these implements the entire game. Alright, so... that way is where I came in. Did I enter this way?
The doors of the sanctuary were immovable, either barred from the inside or rusted shut. I would need to find another means of entry.
No, we cannot. Alright. Ooh, another guy needs murdering. Excuse me. I think one of the cool things, though, is that they do a lot of damage to you, which is sucky. But the fact that they always seem to drop a soul is really nice. Alright, held R to sneak. And then you can impale them as you sneak. Always consume the souls. Always. What is this place? But yeah, legit. I played this somewhat as a kid, but I never really ever got that far. I would always die. I was never good at this as a kid, and by as a kid I mean like literally when I was like 7, 8, 10 at the latest. Alright, so here is one of the cool things though. Every single time you see one of those doors, leads to one of these. And these, again, are pretty much the fast travel points through the various kingdoms of your brothers. Let's see. Don't think there's a way out here besides the way we came before. I don't know. Actually, one second. Let me test something now that I'm already here. I want to say... wait, does that have to be a particular angle? Okay. I want to say that you can't access certain areas unless you've already been to the teleporters. Come on, where's... God, which one is the... Or maybe I'm just vastly confused. I don't know. This one? Well, I have no prompt to tell me yes or no. Oh, wait. Did I have to press up? Or just walk forward. Shut up. Where did I teleport to? Oh, this is the spirit realm. Okay. So let's see.
You must visit other gates before this portal will be open to you.
Must visit other gates before it's... I think, yeah. There's a slight tint over them. So... Okay. I pretty much just go back to where I was before. Like, very begin. I think I just went all the way to the beginning of the game. Whoops. I had to test the gate, alright? Needed to make sure that I was doing things the relatively remembering way. Because it's X to leave it. I don't know. Yep. All the way back to the beginning. Good on you, Dar. Wait, but why couldn't I teleport back? Oh, wait. That's right. I think it's because I need to be of max health if I enter the spirit realm, but... yeah. Frick. Don't think there's fall damage. For the most part, if you're falling... you're gonna fall into water, you're pretty much dead anyways. Alright, don't mind me just quickly getting back to where I was. Excuse me. You know, I find a little bit funky is that, you know, you kill the drudges of the underworld in order to, you know, survive, or in order to survive mostly, but they're seen as native things, which makes sense. They're consuming souls. But so are you. So is Raziel. Alright. Wasn't too much of a downside. Not too much of a problem. Just dip my toes into the acid there. And this is allowing me to double check something. Okay, they don't respawn here, but this box did not move, which is excellent. That tells me that any puzzles that I solve in the future are going to stay solved, and I don't have to redo them if I accidentally go back to a previous area. However, this also tells me, sadly, I think... nope, he's back. Hello, sir. I require your soul. I'm used to a lot of canon making it so as vampires don't have souls, so it's a little bit funky that I can draw the soul out of those I slay. Little delay there. Now let's see. Let's actually go this way. Sneaky, sneaky up on you. Man, these are some of the simplest sneak controls. Just saying. Hey, this looks familiar.
This, at least, had remained constant. The endlessly swirling vortex of the abyss. My tomb and the womb of my rebirth. Though much of Nosgoth's landscape had changed, these cliffs gave me my bearings. My clan territory was to the west. I was anxious to see how my descendants had fared during the centuries of my absence.
How'd they fare? Terribly. Yeah. Also, much like all other water sources, do not fall down. That shit will kill you. Well, send you back to the spirit realm. Oop. I hear nasties. There is no blocking. There is only dodging, by the way. As far as I've noticed, remembered. Sheen. Alright, I'm kind of hoping to find the first teleport. Hello, gents. I'm kind of hoping to find the first teleporter before I call it a video. Oh, premature impalement. That's fine. Yoink. Oh, didn't even realize I was trying to pick that up. Alright. As I said, I will likely be using the weapons in this more than actual environments, unless the game forces me to, because I always sucked at trying to get those environments to work in my favor.
Utter desolation. My once proud kin wiped from this world like excrement from a boot. I knew the hand that wrought this deed.
Kain. Anything up here? No. You'll feel a little bit... I will feel a little bit silly looking at this and going, huh, is that a door? And then try to walk into it and like, no. Oh, hello. Excuse me while I murder your brother. I'm not terrible at the combat. At the least these days, I'm not terrible at the combat. Ooh, okay. Alright. Here's the first teleporter. That wasn't that other teleporter. So let's unlock this, and then I'm going to go ahead and call it an episode. Yeah. Now this one is active. Awesome sauce. So, yeah. This has been the first episode of Soul Reaver, Legacy of Kain. Legacy of Kain. Soul Reaver? Regardless. I can't... Oh, I'm going to turn up the speech to 10. Vibration off. Oh, I guess this controller doesn't have vibration. That sucks. Anyways, I'm going to go ahead and call an episode here. When we return, we're going to see the fate of Raziel's kingdom and where, what, why, how, and just how his brothers seem to continue through without his presence over the past few centuries. So thank you everyone so very much for watching. I hope you guys are enjoying this series, or are going to rather enjoy this series as much as I'm already loving this game. And as always, I hope to see you guys in the next video. Take care. Cheers.